Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be working on the 2005 Ford Explorer Sport Trac again. We're getting to the transmission coolant line leak. Hopefully there's just one. We do have a good length of hose. So I'm going to get under there, get that line cut, and then get a piece of rubber hose put on it with some hose clamps, and hopefully that will cure that leak. So sit back and enjoy the content. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here we are underneath, and someone has been here before. We have compression fittings. I'm not sure what type. So there's two there, one over here, and then there's a small section of hose there. As you can see, there is fluid everywhere. I don't even know what might be leaking at this point. It's possible it's one of these fittings that's already been repaired. It's possible that it's sprung a new leak. So let's try and clean this up best we can, and so we can narrow it down. Perhaps start the vehicle up and see if anything is leaking while it's running. All right, so let's get some cleaner in here and see what we can do with this thing. Veronica?
Yes, sir.
More?
More?
Please.
Thank you.
Now. Well, you did say please. So part of the problem in trying to diagnose this is because it's right by the fan, so the fan would have picked up anything that came out and just thrown it backwards across the bottom of the engine and everywhere else. So it'll be interesting to try and track this down. Alright, let's get these as dry as possible. Now, and if I had to guess, I'm going to say it's this rubber hose that is leaking, but not 100% certain still. Alright, I'm gonna have my lovely assistant Veronica, who doesn't want to be on camera, pop the hood. guys see anything leaking? Alright, everything seems dry. Wait a minute. That hose is split up there, that repair. So it's probably coming from that. So these all look good. Pressure fitting. That one there. Shut it off. So this one is split. Let me get the light so you can see. It is actually. All right, so I don't know. Huh. I'm not sure now, because that hose was never actually put on, so they didn't cut it. I don't know if it was put there to prevent a rub, or that they thought they could stop a leak by just putting a patch on it. Okay. Alright, so I guess I'll get those clamps off and see what it looks like underneath that. Veronica, come here please. I'm gonna need a straight screwdriver please, standard. Yeah, flathead.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, it's like they
Tried to glue it, but didn't work. Or tape.
well, no, they just took a piece of hose and cut it and stuck it over the line. So, and then they put 3 hose clamps on it thinking that would hold it. I don't know. In the 3rd drawer down.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I think it's 2nd drawer down. There should be a little sleeve of 1/4-inch drives, and there should be a 1/4-inch ratchet in there. Please bring it all out. Yes. And then there should be a couple of extensions. I know I didn't. I just did.
That's an extension, right?
Yep.
Oh, you're so smart, Dad. What do you want? What size?
Start with a 6mm.
Okay. 8, 7, 6.
Seven. Give me the 6 back. Alright, so I'm back. As you can see, I've already gotten 2 of them off. Cannot find a socket that fits this, so I've got to go and fight with it with a screwdriver. It's bigger than a 6mm, smaller than a 7mm, and I've gone through all my standard sockets and I just do not have one that size. So whatever it is, no idea. But going through this, fighting with it, and this is the last one. No, not quite. There we go. And we got that hose clamp off. Okay. So now if we look, you can see it's all wet under there. So most likely that is where my leak is. And they just split a hose and stuck it on there hoping for the best. Everything was pretty well soaked into here, but I saw it the other day and it was actively dripping in the parking lot. And now nothing is dripping. So I guess the thing to do is take it for a quick spin, get the transmission fluid flowing through it, all the pipes, but not do it for too long, and see if I have any active leaks. Alright, so I'll be back after a quick test drive. So right up in here, there is this rust area that rubs up against this hose right here, and that had that small piece of hose that had been cut and then held on with 3 hose clamps to, looks like probably a patch job so it wasn't leaking when they sold it, but let's get it repaired correctly and hopefully stop losing transmission fluid before the leak gets so bad that we lose all the fluid at once and then seize the transmission. Alright, so we'll be using a small little pipe cutter. It's often called a peanut, just because it's tiny. Let's see if we can get this situated in here. Trying to figure out where the best place is to cut this. No, that should have snapped by now. Alright, on to plan B. Let's see here. Let's see what we even did, if anything. Nope, we didn't even, well, we scratched it, that's it. Alright, so here we probably have overkill. It is my cordless Sawzall. Let's see if what this does. We're gonna do more damage than good with that. Let me just grab the blade out of it. And I am feeling really good about this being my leak. That's soaking wet. Everything else is kind of damp, but that looks like it's actively leaking still. Which means that I will probably take a bath in transmission fluid once I get a hole in this thing. Alright, well, I got a little hole in there, so not a lot of fluid just came out, so that's good. Alright, so now I'm gonna try, my die grinder. It has a little cutoff wheel on it. Right here. It's just about worn out cutoff wheel. Seeing if that's small enough to be able to get up here and cut what I need to and not cut everything else. Now let's see if we can get this bottom one cut. Alright, there's one side cut. Now we need to work on the other side. What I may do to make things easier on me is move to the other side of this cross member. Since I do have a good length of hose, it's not going to be any worse for wear to make it a foot versus 6 inches. Let me crawl back here and see what we're looking at for a place that we can cut it off. And of course it's the hose that goes on top back here. Let's see here. So we need to cut this one on the other side of this rust spot. So this right here is the sway bar. Really don't want to be playing with that and disturb it. Would be nice to cut it back in here, and to be able to cut it back in there, it would have been nice to do it from the top when nothing was in the way. But hindsight is always perfect. Let's see here. Where is the die grinder? There it is. Can I get up in there? Sorry about that. Bumped you guys out of position. Actually, I don't even know what you guys are looking at right now. So if we... Hang on. I'll be back when I get this thing situated so you guys don't... Okay. Okay. After much deliberation and thought process and looking at all the possibilities that I have for cutting this, made an executive decision I'm just going to go with a long length of hose since I have it sliced once. And I'm going to bridge the leaking area and put hose clamps, one on either end of this hose, and then try and get one on either end of where I actually cut it on the hose. So that should hopefully prevent any fluids from getting out. It will still come out where it was leaking before, but the hose will catch it, and then it should go in to where I cut the line. I may cut another small section out just so that there is a gap between the lines. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. Uncertain right now. It's kind of frustrating and annoying, but I will get it done and hopefully stop the leak.